super excited to be here. Someone invited you on this call because they like you, trust you, respect you. They're excited to share some information with you. And we're going to be talking about investing, day trading, affiliate marketing, social media, travel, e-commerce, some of the best ways to go out there and make money online. But most importantly, we're going to be talking about the #1 financial education platform in the world. Most people that get involved in entrepreneurship fail because they don't have the right education. They don't have the right mentorship. They don't have the right community of people around them. And we're going to be talking about that as well. Really quick, I'm going to share with you guys my story very, very briefly, just so that we're not complete strangers. So if this is your first time hearing from me, my name is Matthew Cruz. I am a 27-year-old entrepreneur out here in Seattle, Washington. And for me, guys, I had a super traditional upbringing. You know, I was always taught, hey, go to school, get good grades, get a good job. And I tried that. I spent a lot of time, energy, money, went to school, and it just didn't necessarily work out. And I think that if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a lawyer, education is everything. However, I think that formal education can make you a living, but it's self-education, stuff like what we're going to be talking about tonight, that can help you go out there and truly create wealth for yourself, for you, for your family. And so let's just say this, a handful of years ago, I was going to college, I was playing soccer. I played soccer forever. So that was my original goal. I always knew that I wanted to make a lot of money, live a certain type of lifestyle. I didn't necessarily see myself clocking in and clocking out for the rest of my life. But after sports and school, I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know how I was going to actually get there. Now in 2015, 2016, I got introduced to affiliate marketing, and this changed my life, not because of the money. In fact, I didn't make any money at all my first year, but it put me on the path of entrepreneurship. But most importantly, it put me on personal development, right? I started reading different books, listening to different audios, studying successful people and how they think and how they make money. And that was the game changer for me. Now, in 2018, I got introduced to the academy that we're going to be showing you tonight. So I flew out from Seattle to Arizona. There was a huge event going on. And I'm 27. At the time, I was 22. And there was older people who were crushing it on a big, big scale. However, I had never seen so many younger people in their 20s, people in their 30s who are winning financially as well. And I'm very competitive. So I said, hey, if they could do it, I could do it. I said to myself, if this is half as good as they say it is, I'm going to go out there and crush it. Now, I got involved with the academy, and I went from 0 to within 2 years going to hit a, let's just say, high income level within the company. And I'll just tell you, people always say, hey, how's it going for you? For me, this has allowed me personally just to have freedom. And when I think about complete freedom, it breaks down to 3 parts. So you have financial freedom, being able to go out there and make a lot of money. You have time freedom, being able to have control of your time, have control of your schedule, be able to do what you want, when you want, where you want, with whoever it is that you want. And then last but not least is location freedom. And before this, I never really traveled at all. Since getting involved, been able to go to almost every single state in the US, go to a dozen plus countries. And honestly, who cares about my results? The last thing I want to do is talk about myself and my results. But the only reason I do that is because if it could happen for me, somebody who never worked more than minimum wage at a job, somebody who literally had to sell things to get involved in this industry because I literally just did not have the money to get started, somebody who was the most naturally introverted person on this call and has now spoken in front of tens of thousands of people in person, I'm telling you without an absolute shadow of a doubt, if you're the type of person who could take this information and apply it 6 months from now, a year from now, you could be in a completely different and better position. So let me go ahead and share my screen so you could see what the academy is all about. Now, the first thing I want to share with you very briefly is just the different ways of making money. And one of the first books that I came across was Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, which this is the #1 personal finance book of all time. And just to keep it very simple, he said, hey, 95% of people only control 5% of the world's wealth. Well, 5% of people control, guess what? 95% of the world's wealth. And he said that the 95% that control the 5% of the world's wealth, they're trading their time for money, their hours for dollars. You work, you get paid. But if you don't work, you don't get paid. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a job, especially in today's economy. I'd be happy and grateful if I had a job. However, you know, it's a great place to start. It's not necessarily where I wanted to stay. And my thought process is if my income is dependent on my time, at what point can I stop working, right? If my income is dependent on my time, there's only 24 hours in a day. So your income is capped because there's only so much time. So you can only make so much what? Money. If your income is dependent on your time, what happens when life happens? What happens when something happens to you and you can't physically show up? So like I said, this is a great place to start. But if you want to go out there and create wealth, you got to take a look at what the 5% are doing. Now, the top 5% of people that control 95% of the world's wealth, either A, they're investors, or B, they're business owners. Now, the key word is leverage, because they're not working for, other people or money. They have other people or money working for them. And we're going to be talking about 8 different ways that you can go out there and have success financially in the digital space. Now, the question is you're either spending money online or you're making money online. So the question becomes are you taking part in the global shift? Take a look at what Netflix did to Blockbuster, what, Uber did to the taxi industry, what Airbnb did to, the hotel industry. A mentor that I look up to, Bob Proctor, who passed away a few years ago, one of the best in the world in the personal development space, he said this. He said that in times of change, it's the learners who will inherit the earth, while the learned will find themselves beautifully equipped to deal with the world that no longer exists. Now, the first time it went over my head, so I'm going to slow it down for you. He said, in times of change, so can we all agree on this call that times have changed like crazy over the last few years? Yes. In times of change, it's the learners, the people who are willing to learn, unlearn, relearn, who will inherit the earth, meaning they could be happy, healthy, wealthy, they could happy or do whatever it is that they want. While the learned, the people who think that they know it all, the people who are stuck in the past ways of thinking, the people who are stuck in the old ways of making money are going to be beautifully equipped to deal with a world that no longer exists. Basically, they're going to be left behind. So you're either making money online or you're spending money online. You don't want to just be a consumer. You want to be a producer. Your average person spends, I think it's like 5 hours a day on social media scrolling through their phone. If you're not making money from your phone in 2023, then what are you doing? So now let's talk a little bit about our academy. So check this out, guys. People always ask, so tell me a little bit more about how it actually works. We are the #1 financial education platform in the world. We have done over $1 billion in revenue within the last decade. We have customers, students within our academy in over 40 plus countries. Over the last decade, we've had 1 million trained students within this academy. And I want you to think about it as an online school. I want you to think about it as an online school for different sources of income. Now, here are the 8 academies within the academy itself. So we have education for the foreign exchange market. We have education for time-based trading. We have education for digital currency, aka crypto. We have education for stocks. We have our travel platform called TLX. We have MMX, which is our personal growth platform, SMX, our social media academy, and last but not least, we have an e-commerce academy as well. If you want to do one, amazing. If you want to do 2, amazing. If you want to do multiple, that works as well. It's a get in where you fit in opportunity. Now we're going to talk about every single one of these individually. So let's dive into it, guys. Check this out. We're talking about our trading academies first. Now, let's start from the bottom right corner and then make our way over. So SFX is our Stocks and Futures Academy. Now, we recently partnered up with Carolyn Borodin, who's one of the top stock traders in the world. And she does live education for the stock market, right? The New York Stock Exchange has a $24 trillion market cap. Investors can purchase shares of a company and own pieces of that company. And when Amazon, Nike, Apple, when the value of these companies go up, guess what? You can profit within the stock market. Now, to the left of the SFX Academy, we have TBX, which is time-based trading. Now, traditionally, when you're looking at the markets, the market moves up and down in points. But TBX, time-based trading, it's not based off points, it's based off time. So let's say that you put $10 on a trade, $100 on a trade, $1,000, whatever it is, and you enter for a buy, and then you're gonna basically put a selected time period. So it might be 5 minutes, might be an hour, whatever that time period might be. And if the market is above your entry, it doesn't matter if it's above it by 1 point or 100 points, you're going to win that trade. So rather than it being based on points, it's actually based on time. And for people that like to be in and out of the markets very, very quickly, then TBX might be for you. Now, DCX, we have our Digital Currency Academy, our crypto academy. I believe that crypto is the natural evolution of money. When you think about how the barter system started, and then we went to coins, and then we went to, gold, and then we went to paper, and then we went to credit cards and debit cards, which are digital currency, by the way. And then now we're moving into the crypto space. So DCX is the natural evolution of money. I found out about Bitcoin back in 2016 when it was less than $1,000 a coin. And if you want to know if I got in back then, the answer is I wish. The answer is I wish. I didn't get involved heavily until 2018, just because I did not know what I did not know. Now, when I looked at Bitcoin and I understood that, number one, it's decentralized. It's not controlled by the government. It's not controlled by any company specifically. It's not controlled by any one person individually, right? And I got to see that with blockchain technology, understand this, there's a level of transparency that there is with crypto than any other, currency, just because every single transaction is recorded on the blockchain. But also, I understood basic supply and demand. I understood that there's only 21 million Bitcoin, no more, no less. And so take a look at inflation. Take a look at what's happened over the years with the US dollar. It's been absolutely destroyed in terms of its value. Why? Because they could just print as much money as they want whenever they want. Now with Bitcoin, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. Just to put this into perspective, there's 60 million millionaires in the world. There's only 21 million Bitcoin, right? So there's very low supply, very high demand, but we don't just have education for investing. People think that you can only make money as Bitcoin, as Ethereum, as Solana, as all these currencies go up. But we also have education for day trading. You can make money as crypto goes up. You could short the market and make money as crypto goes down. We have education for staking. We have education for NFTs. We go over 10 different ways to make money in crypto alone. Now, when I got started in 2018, I got started personally in the foreign exchange market because that was the first academy that our platform offered. Now, if you don't know, the foreign exchange market is a $7 trillion per day industry. It is the largest, most liquid financial market in the world. And my first question was, who trades currency? My mentor said, Cruiser, who doesn't trade currency? He said, banks hire professional currency traders. So when you put your money in a bank, they take our money, trade it, make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and then send us whatever it is, less than 0.01% at the end of the year, right? When you go from one country to another country, you're trading currency. You're just not profiting from the markets. So when I understood that I was already doing this, I just wasn't making money from it, that was a clue. When I understood that banks, the wealthiest people that I know, large corporations, success leaves clues. If they're doing it, I should definitely learn this skill set for myself. And so, yeah, you have the US dollar, the Japanese yen, you have the Great British Pound, you have all these different currencies, and they go up, they go down. If you buy and sell them at the right time, you can obviously make a profit while doing so. So that is our 4 trading academies. Next, we have ECX, which is e-commerce, which is just a fancy word for buying and selling online. And take a look at this example right here on the slides. So let's say you have your online store through Shopify and customer orders through your online store. And let's say they place a $49.99 order. We're going to use a pair of shoes as an example. It could be any product. It could be a product from online. It could be your own product, but we'll just use a pair of shoes as an example. Now, what do? You forward the order to your supplier and you pay wholesale. You pay $9 for the shoes. And then you get to keep the difference between the wholesale and the retail. And the manufacturer sends the product directly to the customer, so you don't have any types of products whatsoever, like in your garage or whatever it is, and you get to keep the profit. So that is exactly how e-commerce works within our platform. We have some of the best in the e-com space, teaching about the basics of e-com, teaching about what products to use, teaching about how to run ads. Anything and everything that you need to know with e-commerce is in our academy. Now, our most recent academy is called SMX. This is very exciting because it's our most recent platform that we've came out with. And social media is everything in 2023. If you're not using it to generate income in 2023, I would suggest that you start to learn how to do that. So if you're the type of person that wants to build your brand or grow your social media or monetize your social media, whether it's UGC, user generated content, whether it's affiliate marketing, whether it's brand deals, we go over 7 different ways to monetize your social media within the SMX Academy. Or maybe you already have a business and you want to grow your business and grow your sales through social media. Whatever it is, we have it with SMX. Now, those are the different academies. Last but not least, we have MMX. MMX is our personal development platform. Now, in I want to say it was 2020. It might have been a little bit sooner than that, but we had partnered up with Bob Proctor, who I mentioned earlier. I believe one of the greatest of all time in the personal development space. He was featured in The Secret back in, I think it was 2006, which is the movie/book that popularized the law of attraction. And every single company wanted to hire Bob Proctor back in the day so that they could train their companies. And he partnered up with our company because he saw the vision, he saw the value, he saw where it was that we were going, and he taught about mindset. Obviously, success, it doesn't matter if it's investing or trading or e-commerce or social media, whatever it is, it all comes down to your mindset. Right here on the slide, it talks about the law of income. It says your income is a direct reflection of your personal development level. The way that I like to break it down is stop focusing on the income, focus on the person that you need to become in order to get to that level. So we have some of the best out of our hundreds of thousands of members. We have, I would say, the most personally developed individuals, people that have the results that you want, whether it's, financially, whether it's, mindset wise, whether it's health, wealth, happiness. We have some of the best that teach about the mindset and the psychology behind those things. Let's face it, success is 80, if not 90% mindset. And if you can get that down, then everything else will fall into place. So it doesn't matter if we're talking about trading or e-commerce or social media or whatever it is. Our academy has 3 simple steps. So step number 1 is the academy basics. Now, there's a ton of terminology in these industries. And imagine having a straight line of information breaking down the basics. So you can look at a chart, a trading chart, and know exactly what you're looking at. So you could set up your online store with e-com step by step. So you can monetize your social media every step of the way, and breaks down the basics. So that's step number 1. This might take you an hour or 2 hours or a few to master the basics. Now, once you've done that, let me tell you the most important thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about today. Today, this is our flagship product or service. It's called Go Live. Now, Go Live is live education. And on a trading aspect, it's live trading/training. So you have people who are giving out potential ideas within the different financial markets, right? On top of that, most importantly, they're doing live training. We're not here to just give people a fish. We want to teach people how to fish so that they can learn how to read the charts on their own, so that they can master the skill on their own. And so we have 200 professional educators, and we have live sessions for trading, live training. We have live education for e-com, for social media, for every single academy. We have live education. And I tell people this: if you have an hour a day, then you could start to plug in and start to learn and then eventually earn. Now, if you don't have an hour a day, which we already established that your average person is spending a few hours a day on their phone, so that's probably not the case. But if that is the case, then I wouldn't even waste my time getting involved, because obviously it's going to take work, it's going to take effort, it's going to take dedication to make this thing happen, even if it's super, super part-time. Now, the third step is the different strategies. Now, some of our strategies are computer programs. We have algorithms that scan the different markets, that find certain patterns. A lot of trading is technical analysis, which is a fancy word for pattern recognition, right? So that's like looking at certain patterns that happened in the past to determine where the market's going in the future and find precise entries within the market so you can get in the right trades at the right time. Now, also, we have different apps like, let's just say, Swipecoin, which is the #1 crypto app that there is right now. and we have the top handful of educators within our company sending out ideas, and they'll say, hey, take a look at this currency. Here's where you can potentially buy. Here's where you could potentially sell. Here's where you get in. Here's where you get out. And guess what you can do? You can copy those trade ideas to your trading platform and get results. Now, for me, I personally in school, right, I had to copy my way through some of my classes back in the day. In school, it's called plagiarism. In school, it's called cheating. But in real life, success leaves clues. If you do what successful people are doing, guess what? If you copy an A student, you're going to get an A. In this industry, if you copy people that already have the results that you want, you can get results sooner than later. Now, with that being said, our last platform is TLX. Now, this is one of my personal favorites because I love that idea of location freedom. I love that idea of being able to make money wherever from, let's just say make money whenever from wherever. Now, TLX stands for travel, lifestyle, and experiences. And we partnered up with Wes Melcher, who built the largest travel club in the world, $1 billion travel company, before partnering up with our company to build a bigger and better platform. Imagine getting access to our travel platform where you can log in and get 60%, up to 60% off the best online rates on over 800,000 different hotels, events, resorts, cruises, rental cars, all things travel. And so I just did a trip in Europe. We went to Barcelona, we went to Rome, we went to Zurich in Switzerland, and we did it basically for half off because of the travel platform, because of the online portal. So that's one aspect of TLX, and it's not just here in the US. I'm using it literally within 2 weeks because I have a trip to Orlando, but also it's all around the world, like I said. Now, we also have themed trips. Our last one was in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it was 3 days, 4 nights for a couple $100. I think it was $299. And it was at one of the best resorts out in Vegas. And we had all the nightlife planned out, and we had education. We had some of the top traders within our company do live education. So it was like vacation and education at the same time. It was insane. So we have the theme trips. Now we also have the X, stands for experiences within TLX. And we have basically part of our website is there's a whole nother level to TLX where you have luxury experiences, right? We're partnered up with Yacht Life. We get discounts with yachts. We have mansions and discounts on that, different excursions. And we even have access to different exotic rental cars, even private jets. So when I say that there's a whole nother level to TLX, there is a whole nother level. We have access to impact trips. The impact trips are, I'm sure you're here on this call and you probably want to help other people. Maybe you have a certain cause that you're super, super passionate about, whether it's helping, helping the youth, helping this group, helping that group. We have a bunch of designated trips to give back and help other people. And then last but not least, we have our anniversary trips that get better every single year. Check this out. We asked our members, we said, hey, what are your bucket list destinations? If you can go anywhere, where would you want to go? And we planned out the next 10 years. And the way that it works is our members who have been active members for 12 months get access to a free trip every single year. All they have to do is pay for the flight. All they have to do is get themselves there. But check this out. Year one, you have the choice between Ibiza and also Cabo in Mexico. Year two, we have Miami or Vegas. Then we have Costa Rica, Greece, the UK, Australia, Dubai, Thailand, the African safari, Bora Bora, wherever it is that you want to go. Literally year 10, you get a destination of your choice. Wherever you want to go, we'll send you there. Now, these aren't just any trips. These are trips of a lifetime. Right now, we're in negotiation with the Me in Cabo. It's a resort, and it is literally a 5-star resort, and between you and you get to take another person with you, and it's 4 days, 3 nights. And the way that it works is I went on their website and I logged in and I wanted to see how much it would be if I was to book it myself for 4 days, 3 nights for myself and another person, because you get to go with you and another person with you. And it's literally $2,300 on their website right now for that trip. And we're giving that away to our TLX members for free who have been, active members for 12 months. And the trips get better every year. Some of these trips are going to be worth $3 grand, $4 grand. And so when I tell you, that these are experiences of a lifetime, these are the types of trips that you will never, ever, ever forget. So when it comes to getting started, there are a bunch of different options. And like I said earlier, it's a get in where you fit an opportunity. Now, our trading academy, which is one of our higher end academies, before I got involved in this, your average trading course is $2 to 10 grand. So I thought this would be a few $1,000 decision, but the CEO of the company said, hey, let's make it affordable for your average person to actually be able to get involved. So it's literally a few $100 decision. It's only $250 to get started, and then $185 per month. I'm going to show you how you can actually get it for free here in a second. But $185, that breaks down to $6 a day. Most people spend that on Starbucks every single day, right? So your average person has the ability to get involved. So that's with our trading academy, from stocks to crypto to time-based trading to the foreign exchange market, whatever academy in the trading space that you're interested in. Now, ECX, TLX, SMX, it's $150 for the initial month, and then $125 monthly. And then last but not least, MMX is $99 the first month, $99 per month. So it's a get in where you fit an opportunity. If you ask me, what would I do? My favorite is the empowered package. Now, this is an option that we came out with relatively recently because people were like, hey, I want to get involved with 2 academies. I want to be able to trade and travel. I want to be able to be involved with travel and social media, be a travel influencer. Whatever 2 academies that you want, it's $275 for the initial month and then $250 per month. Now, I'll tell you guys this. I went to a tax seminar 2 years ago, and I got to watch Courtney Epps, which she's the #1 tax specialist out there. And she said that your average person, these are not my words, these are her words. She said that your average person would be brain dead to not start a home-based business just because the tax breaks and benefits alone, your average person would save roughly about $6 grand per year. So just from, starting your own home-based business and getting involved, you can take advantage of that, because I think your average W-2 employee has little to no tax breaks and benefits, but being a home-based business owner, you actually do. I think that alone is worth it. I think that the community, I've met thousands and thousands and thousands of people around the world that I never would have met had I not gotten involved with the academy. And they say that your network is your net worth. And I think that that alone is another reason to get involved. Now, it gets even better, because when Netflix first came out, they said, hey, if you refer 2 people to Netflix, we'll waive your monthly subscription. Our company does the same thing. We call it, it's the 2 and it's free program. So you can refer 2 people to the academy and literally waive your monthly subscription and get access to, in my opinion, what's millions of dollars of value for free. I said, hey, if it's free, it's for me. Now, one more thing, guys. Last but not least, the company allows you to partner up with them on a bigger level as an affiliate. And what I'm about to tell you is completely optional. If you want to do it, amazing. If not, amazing. But for me, it just made sense. It made sense for the company because word of mouth is the most powerful form of advertisements, the most powerful form of marketing. But it made sense. So it made sense for the company, but it also made sense for me, because if I had something that was making me money, educating me, or saving me money, of course, I'm going to share that out with other people anyways. And the company allows you to create an additional source of income, specifically residual income, meaning you could do work one time, get paid over and over and over for that work that you did once, for just sharing the platform with other people, for literally helping other people get involved with an academy that could change their life. Now, here's how it works. You have the ranks here on the left. You have the amount of subscribers that you need to get involved in the academy in the middle, and you have the weekly residual income, how much you're making residually on a weekly basis. So Platinum 150 is 3 referrals. So let's say that you get involved and you're loving the products and services, and people ask you, hey, how are you trading? Hey, how are you traveling? Hey, how'd you start your e-com store? And you just share the academy with them. Maybe you invite them to a call like this where someone else is even explaining it for you. And company says, congratulations, you referred 3 people to the platform, so we're going to pay you $150 residually every single month. Now, that offsets 70, 80% of your monthly subscription, right? Now, from there, Platinum 600 it's not just what you do individually after Platinum 150, the first rank. It's actually accumulatively as a group. I like to compare it to real estate because I could sell homes, which is fine, or I could be a broker and get paid a percentage when other people sell homes as well. And this works the same way. So you can refer people, but as they refer people to the academy, that can count towards you as well. So 12 group referrals, Platinum 600, it's an extra $600 residually every single month. That's an extra, what, $7,200 every single year. Now, the next rank is Platinum 1000. So let's say you refer a handful of people who refer a handful of people, and it grows to 30 total. Company says, congratulations, you're a Platinum 1000. All that means is they're going to pay you an extra $1,000 residually every single month. What blows my mind is that 7 out of 10 people in America don't have an extra $1,000 to their name. So to be able to make an extra $1,000 residually every single month, I think that we can all agree on this call that would drastically change your average person's lifestyle and really help them out. Now, you can look at any other rank within the compensation plan and base it off of Platinum 1000s. I'll give you an example. Myself, I'm a Chairman 10. Help 10 people go Platinum 1000, you hit Chairman 10. Help 25 people go Platinum 1000, you hit Chairman 25. So it goes 10 grand a month, 25 grand a month. So when I tell you sky is the limit, I'll use my mentor as an example. One of my mentors / business partners that helped me get started, his name is John. He is at the level of Chairman 100. He's 26 years old. He's younger than me, barely, but still younger than me. And he's at this level of Chairman 100. And at the level of Chairman 100, it's $100,000 residually, not yearly, monthly. That's 1.2 million per year. That's 100 grand residually every single month. And that's just one of his sources of incomes. So when I tell you, think bigger, think faster, whatever you could think of is truly possible. And like I said, this part's optional. If you want to do it, amazing. If not, amazing. However, I think it's like 80% of people within the academy are just students. 20% are doing the affiliate side as well. But for me, like I said, it just kind of made sense. So there's 3 types of people, guys. If A, you're excited, amazing. If B, you have questions, get back to the person who invited you and they can answer your questions or get you connected to someone like myself or whoever it is that they're working with to answer any questions that you might have. Or C, if it's not for you, there's not one opportunity that's for everybody. And I understand that. I'll just say that over the last 7 years of being an entrepreneur, I've been pitched pretty much every idea that you could possibly think of. And I genuinely believe for your average person, somebody with not a lot of money, somebody with not a lot of time, maybe like a broke college student like myself when I was getting involved, maybe a single mom or whatever it is, average person, someone with not a lot of money, not a lot of time. I don't think that there's anything out there that could help as many people as we're going to help go as far and as fast financially than what it is that we are doing. So get back to the person who invited you. Let them know if A, you're excited, B, you have questions, C, it's not for you. I appreciate you guys for tuning in for the last 30-ish minutes or so. Have an amazing rest of your guys' night, and I hope to see you guys on a call here soon. Bye, guys.